You know what today is, don't you? Yes, it's Friday, and that means it's time for another little check-in, a little mental break. So if you can, if you're not driving, well, maybe even if you are driving, you can adapt. I want you to take just a few minutes to take a little time out just for yourself, okay? If you're somewhere where you can, I want you to just take a minute, maybe go somewhere quiet, put your headphones in and close your eyes. You're just going to relax a little bit. Take a breath. I mean that literally and figuratively. So if you can get comfortable, take a deep breath in. Hold it. And make sure that your exhalation is a little bit longer than your inhalation if you want to really relax your whole nervous system. If you're feeling a bit anxious or stressed out. Another deep breath in. Hold it until you feel your lungs are just kind of bursting, and then let it all out slowly. Some people like to purse their lips while they really control the breath out, but you can do it however feels good for you. Move your head around on your shoulders. Look to one side, look to the other. Don't do anything to the point of pain, but notice if there's areas where maybe you've got a sore neck or sore shoulder. Maybe make circles with your arms, forward and backwards. We carry a lot of stress in our shoulders. Try to move your head to one side, sort of your ear towards your shoulder. Again, don't do it to the point of pain or strain, but just gently move it. And if you're feeling a bit of strain or kind of headachy, just put 2 fingers on your temple each side and just gently massage. Just rub the temples. Just a little bit. You can even do that in the center of your forehead too. There's all kinds of points on your face where you can just tap gently, like on your cheekbones, your chin. This stimulates the nerves there. It can be very relaxing for some people. Sometimes I like to just set a little timer on my phone and take in deep breaths for, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever I've got. And just use that time to kind of think of nothing, if I can. Though my brain is very busy, as you probably have guessed by now. But it can be very relaxing to just kind of focus on your breath just for a few minutes. Because your body is probably trying to send you signals all week that it needs some relaxation or it needs some attention. And we don't often listen to it because we're always busy running around from place to place or stressing about things. Sometimes it can help if you're sitting in a place where you can do this to just put your left hand behind you a little bit. I'm trying to do this here and describe it as I'm doing it. And just twist, just gently. Do everything very gently. And then do the other side. If you're lying down, or if it's possible to lie down, you can just stretch your arms up over your head and feel your back might click, your neck might click a bit. Just get in touch with your body. I did a Friday check-in about this last time. Reconnect with your body. Remember that you inhabit your body. And just be peaceful for a minute. You're absolutely entitled to it. It's nice to just treat yourself well. Speaking of that, I wanted to talk to you also today about a concept that I've seen talked about a bit, and I thought it was important to share it. Maybe you've heard of this. It's the concept of toxic positivity. That's an oxymoron. That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, but it does if you think about it this way. everywhere you look, including me, I'm not letting myself off the hook here. Everywhere you look, there's this constant positivity message. There's all this kind of, here's how to be happy, here's how to be better to yourself, here's self-care tips, here's how to take better care of yourself, and here's how to have a better attitude, and get up at 5 a.m. and slay your day, and all this kind of stuff. And I don't think there's anything wrong with positivity. Certainly not. I'm a very positive person. But I do see that there can be a little bit of friction maybe there for some people. Because let's face it, it's tough to be positive in the modern world. All of us have got so much going on, and the world has so much going on, and we feel powerless to change the things that are happening. We just get to witness it, mostly. And so this constant positive message can get a little stressful, believe it or not, because it kind of involves the idea that our mood and our happiness and our perspective on life is 100% within our control. I don't tend to believe that entirely. Maybe I'm going off brand here, but I don't think that it's 100% your attitude. I know a lot of positivity gurus will say, oh, it's how you react to things, and it's not the things themselves. But I just don't think that's entirely true. I think we can control our reactions to things a lot, but it's not total. We're not perfect. Life can bitch slap us quite a bit. I know I've certainly been through hell the last couple of years, and yeah, positivity helps, but sometimes it's not that easy. And I think if you are finding that your life isn't going the way you'd like at the moment, or you're facing some stressors, or you're just under constant pressure and there doesn't seem to be any easy way out, I think maybe unplugging from this huge positivity train just for a little bit might be a good solution for you. I actually think that the word happy is a very loaded word and very difficult to define, and yet we all have it as this goal. I want to be happy. We just want to be happy. We just want our kids to be happy. We just want our friends to be happy. Well, what does that mean? We only have this vague sense of what happiness is, really. I remember there's an old movie, I think from the 80s. I saw it on TV one day, and something about, I think she's having a baby, I think, maybe Kevin Bacon's in it. He's in everything, isn't he? But the idea was, he's about to get married, he's nervous, and his best friend says, don't worry, you'll move to the suburbs, you'll have a kid, you'll have a couple of kids, you'll be happy, you just won't know it. And I remember thinking, that's one of the best lines I've ever heard in a movie, because it's so true. It's like while he's in the middle of mowing the lawn and driving a minivan and going to work and stepping on Legos and all this, he's going to be happy. But it's really only the kind of thing that he'll be able to look back on later in life and say, those were great times. I was so happy then. But in the moment, he's not going to know it. And I think the reason for that is that we don't really have a great concept of what happiness means, and yet we all strive for it. We all feel like we should be happy. That's another thing we do. We should all over ourselves. We say, I should be happy. I have a good life. I have a good job. I have someone who loves me. I have a good family. I have a circle of friends. I have hobbies I love. I have blah, 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 blah. I should be happy. And that can be really difficult to deal with. Because if you're not happy, you're not happy, right? There's no point in saying you should be. That's like saying you should be in love with someone, So I think maybe the better way to approach it is to kind of, maybe for a little while, look for other words and concepts besides happiness. Don't say, I just want to be happy, or I just wish I was happy, or I'm unhappy, or any of those things. Think instead about what it means to be content, or peaceful, at peace, to have peace of mind. Maybe calm, to be calm or have calmness in your life. Maybe you could say, I'm generally okay. I have ups and downs, but pretty much evens out to some kind of baseline that I'm pretty content with. And there are moments of great happiness, even joy in my life. But these are fleeting emotions, just like insane anger and jealousy and, all those things. Everything like that, every intense emotion, including happiness, is fleeting. It's not a permanent part of us. So you can certainly strive to be happy more often than not. But I think the better way to look at your life in general is to be more focused on being even-keeled, having general contentment if you can. It may involve looking at your situation and balancing out the good and the bad. It may be giving yourself a kick in the butt and saying, okay, I got things pretty good. I need to work on this area or that area. Or it may make you think, wow, there's a lot of things in my life that I'm not at peace about. I'm not content with. So I got to start working on that, because contentment is my general goal. I think that's better than happy, honestly. I think it's easier to maintain. It's something you can do all the time. It's something that can reflect your life, not just a moment, not just a party you've gone to, or a promotion at work, or meeting a new person, or the birth of a baby, or whatever. I think it's better than happy to say, I'm pretty much okay with the way everything is. I take my hits, I also take some wins, and everything is pretty much okay, so that I will look back on this time in my life and I will say, yeah, things were okay. No one gets out of life without having a lot of, pain and struggle and strife. But we also do get moments of joy and excitement and fulfillment. So I think the challenge is, let's not try to just aim for some kind of over-the-top positivity where we just greet every day like a sun salute and, I just love my life. And, if you're not there, it's okay. And don't put pressure on yourself to be happy all the time, especially if other people tell you to cheer up. That's one of the things I hate the most. Cheer up. Oh, really? Why didn't I think of that? So I hope this has been helpful. I hope maybe you can think about what I've said a bit and decide if there are things that you can do in your life to make yourself better than happy. That's it for now. Take good care of yourself. Do something nice for yourself. You're worth it.